Tesla Shanghai export lot shows Model 3 Highland production ramp is going smoothly. Tesla Giga Shanghai's export lot is full of the automaker's new Model 3, suggesting that the production ramp of the Highland vehicle is going smoothly in its early days. Tesla launched the Model 3 Highland earlier this month, offering the new vehicle to several markets in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The Shanghai factory is responsible for producing the vehicle as of right now, and many units are being shipped to customers in markets outside of China. Recent drone footage from the Shanghai factory shows the property's export lot is full of Model 3 Highland vehicles, indicating the production ramp has been a smooth transition from that of the old Model 3 design, which Tesla planned to abandon as early as mid-2022. The drone footage from Wu Hua, an observer of Tesla's Shanghai facility, shows hundreds of Model 3 Highland units preparing to be loaded onto ships and delivered to customers in markets outside of the country. What appears to be a seamless production ramp was not always a walk in the park for Tesla. Although the company's innovation has continued to progress through the years, the initial Model 3 manufacturing process was not simple for Tesla and CEO Elon Musk. Often referred to as production hell, the 2017 and 2018 manufacturing ramp of the Model 3 was one of the more trying times in Tesla's history. However, it seems that it has bypassed any major stoppages or bottlenecks in early production. And the Model 3 Highland has already been produced thousands and thousands of times as customers await the first deliveries, which are slotted for next month. Last week, we also reported on the export lot being full as demand for the new Model 3 continues to be stimulated by customers in various markets. It is evident that the newly designed all-electric sedan will be appearing in customer driveways soon enough. And we're interested to see when Tesla makes first contact with those who will have the vehicle before others. Source: reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at Teslarati. Tesla reportedly makes one-piece Giga casting breakthrough. Tesla has reportedly made a technological breakthrough when it comes to the so-called Giga casting process. That would allow it to die cast nearly all the complex underbody of an electric vehicle in one piece. According to 5 people familiar with the plans who spoke with Reuters on condition of anonymity, Tesla has combined a series of innovations to enable one-piece die casting. If the information is accurate, we're talking about a major breakthrough considering that a conventional car requires some 400 parts to be individually die cast. Needless to say, this could transform the way Tesla builds EVs and contribute decisively to halving production costs, which is a long-time goal of CEO Elon Musk. The sources said the know-how to achieve that is core to Tesla's unboxed manufacturing strategy unveiled by Elon Musk in March, which is key to his plan to build tens of millions of cheaper EVs over the next 10 years, and still turn a profit. 2 of the insiders said Tesla's new design and manufacturing techniques could allow the company to develop a car from the ground up in 18 to 24 months, compared to 3 to 4 years for most rivals. A single large frame combining the front and rear sections with the middle underbody where the battery is housed could be used for the first time in Tesla's $25,000 small EV, which the company aims to launch by 2025. The 5 people said. 3 of them said Tesla was expected to make a decision on whether to die cast the platform in one piece this month. The breakthrough centers on how the giant molds for such a large part are designed and tested for mass production, and how casts can integrate hollow subframes with internal ribs to save weight and enhance crashworthiness. The innovations, which are being developed by design and casting specialists in the UK, Germany, Japan, and the US, involve 3D printing and industrial sand. More specifically, Tesla turned to companies that build test molds out of industrial sand with 3D printers. The report goes into great technical detail, but the key thing to know is that Tesla's upcoming small car has given the company a perfect opportunity to cast an EV platform in one piece, mainly because its underbody is simpler. Tesla's $25,000 car and its robotaxi version don't have big front and rear overhangs, and not much of a hood and rear trunk either. It's like a boat in a way, a battery tray with small wings attached to both ends. That would make sense to do in one piece, one of the insiders told Reuters. Musk's vision from the start was to find a way to cast the underbody in one piece, despite the risks, the sources said, and that's what the company is working on. Source: reposted and summarized from Dan Mihalascu at Inside EVS. Tesla closing in on groundbreaking manufacturing technique, report claims. Tesla is closing in on a new, groundbreaking manufacturing technique, according to a new report. The process is similar to the company's industry-disrupting casting technique that saw it eliminate many parts into several pieces. However, this takes efficient manufacturing a step further. Tesla has used casting for a few years to streamline manufacturing, improve vehicle engineering and safety, and revolutionize how cars are built. The Model Y truly broke the barrier of how cars are made. And the numerous teardowns we saw of the all-electric crossover showed Tesla had made significant progress in its vehicle manufacturing techniques. But a new report from Reuters takes it a step further. Citing 5 people familiar with the move, the report claims Tesla is looking to install even larger gigacasting machines that would have 16,000 tons or more of clamping power. This would not only require new machines but also new factories that are large enough to house them. The machines would be responsible for producing a single large frame that would combine the front and rear sections with a middle underbody, which is where the battery is housed. This would also be the design that is used for the upcoming $25,000 model. The 5 people said a single large frame combining the front and rear sections with the middle underbody where the battery is housed could be used in Tesla's small EV, which it aims to launch with a price tag of $25,000 by the middle of the decade. In order to enable a fluid manufacturing process where molds can be slightly adjusted or tweaked during the design process, Tesla is looking to stay away from traditional techniques. Large casting structures have been seen as prohibitive, according to the report. Although they are efficient, the potential adjustments are too much of a risk. So Tesla is thinking outside the box and turned to firms that can make the test molds out of materials that would allow for adjustments after they are built. These firms specialize in making molds out of industrial sand with 3D printers. The biggest advantage is not the tweaking of prototypes because printing can be done in a matter of hours, it is the cost. It is only 3% of doing the same thing with a metal prototype. Nevertheless, there are disadvantages as well. They may not offer the same crashworthiness that Tesla expects out of its vehicles. As aluminum alloys, which would be used in this new technique, behaved differently in sand and metal molds. Casting specialists overcame this hurdle by fine-tuning the molten alloy cooling process and after-production heat treatment. Tesla still has yet to make a final decision on this technique, according to the report. The big obstacle with this process is the fact that they need larger factories, which it is already in the process of doing with Mexico in the works. And potential factories in India also coming to the table. Source: reposted and summarized from Joey Klender at Teslarati. Tesla officially introduces Powerwall 3. Tesla has officially announced the 3rd generation of its Powerwall home energy storage system, which brings several improvements and a few changes. The Powerwall 3 is a fully integrated solar and battery system, designed for home installations. The latest version has the same energy capacity as the Powerwall 2, 13.5 kilowatt-hours. But its continuous power output increased by several kilowatts to 11.5 kilowatts both on grid and backup power. compared to the Powerwall 2 with an inverter. These two numbers are in line with the previous report from an initial installation. An interesting thing is that the Powerwall 3 is flood resistant to over 2 feet, flood and dust resistance, compared to water and dust resistance in P2P. Tesla explains that the new Powerwall can supply more power with a single unit and is designed for easy expansion up to 40.5 kWh per unit. The integrated solar inverter can accept 6 solar inputs compared to 4 in the Powerwall. Its solar-to-grid efficiency remains at 97.5%, while the warranty remains the same at 10 years. Tesla Powerwall 2 and Powerwall 3. The weight of the P3 is 287 pounds, compared to 251.3 pounds in the case of Powerwall 2. Although we should probably compare it to the Powerwall, which weighs 343.9 pounds. That's a 16.5% reduction, which makes us wonder whether the speculation about the prismatic LFP battery replacing cylindrical 2170 type NCM is still valid or maybe premature. The size of the P3 is noticeably smaller than before, especially compared to P. An important note is that the Powerwall 3 is not directly compatible with the Powerwall 2 Powerwall, and can't be added to Powerwall 2 or Powerwall installations. Powerwall 3 can be added to other Powerwall 3 batteries and cannot be added to Powerwall 2 or Powerwall batteries. Powerwall 3 is not compatible with other solar inverters. According to Tesla, the Powerwall 3 will be available to customers starting in 2024. Orders are not being accepted yet, but there is an option to sign up for updates. It will be very interesting to see whether Tesla will be able to improve its margins on the new Powerwalls and maybe reduce prices a bit. Source: reposted and summarized from Mark Kane at Inside EVS. Tesla Cybertruck off-road encounter teases potential October deliveries. A few days ago, footage of a Cybertruck release candidate in California's Hollister Hills State Vehicle Recreation Area (SVRA) was posted online. The video attracted a lot of attention since it showed what appeared to be a Cybertruck with a fully raised suspension driving up a dirt road. The uploader of the video, off-road enthusiast and Jeep owner David Tapley, has now posted some follow-up footage from the day the Cybertruck was testing at Hollister Hills. As per the Jeep owner, he was able to have a chat with the Tesla team who were testing 2 Cybertruck units. And he was provided some interesting information about the all-electric pickup truck. The Cybertruck's air suspension, for one, was quite impressive as it could go from very low to very high clearance. In later comments, the off-road enthusiast stated that the Cybertruck should have pretty good clearance as the air suspension can lift the vehicle way up. The Jeep owner also noted that he did not see the Cybertruck driving on a trail, but he did observe the vehicle in the Hollister Hills SVRA's playground area. During its tests, the Cybertruck reportedly had some difficulty climbing some of the obstacles in the playground area, which the off-road enthusiast noted was likely due to the pickup truck's all-terrain tires not being aired down. Tapley stated that this was likely the case since the Cybertruck evidently has a lot of torque on tap, and its air suspension ensures that there are no issues with ground clearance. Most interestingly, the Tesla staff with the Cybertruck reportedly stated that the all-electric truck would have its first deliveries sometime this coming October. That's roughly just a month away, which means that some lucky reservation holders should be able to receive their Cybertrucks by the end of the year. Tesla has been observed testing the Cybertruck in several off-road facilities. Apart from Hollister Hills in California, Tesla has also brought the Cybertruck to the Southern Hemisphere Proving Grounds (SHPG) in New Zealand. During the vehicle's tests in the NZ facility, the all-electric pickup truck was observed driving around in areas with heavy snow. Footage of the Cybertruck also showed that Tesla was drifting the Cybertruck on icy roads. Source: reposted and summarized from Simon Alvarez at Teslarati.